Hello, everyone. How are you doing on this wonderful Sunday afternoon? So, in probably June of 2019, I was chatting with my friends Karen and Jessica about how I think I might want to start a YouTube channel. You know, and I thought about it for a while and I waffled back and forth on it quite a bit. And um, all of a sudden, I hit 100 subscribers. It took a couple months. But, I did it, and it was right about my birthday, so it took from about end of July to so about 2 months to reach 100 subscribers. And they say that first 100 is the hardest. And then I just continued to grow with support from so many channels and so much love from other people that um, last week I hit 500 subscribers. And it was thanks to all of you who are subscribers, whether you watch my videos and, whether you come and chat in live streams. It's all thanks to you guys that I've reached this first of many milestones. Well, not first, because I think 100 is first. So the second milestone that it's all thanks to you guys. So, so I pull earbuds out of my ear. So it's all thanks to you guys. So I'm going to go back up in the chat and see all who is in here. Mike Wheeler is in the chat. Stevie Lee's in the chat. Clint's Crafts, welcome in. Natural Way, welcome in. Tracy Glenn, hello. Tiffy Bell, Jacqueline, One-Legged Witchy Woman, Brenda, hi PSV, how are you? I am doing much better than last week. All right, Christine Hickman, thank you so much for everyone for being in here. I know that Pepper Tree Villa is doing their daily dose of Disney. I know that Resort TV 1 is doing one of their coast streams, which I also find fun. So after this stream, after, make sure to hit up Resort TV 1 and watch the Coast to Coast stream. If you don't know what that is, that's where they do some live streaming in Disney World for a while, and then they flip over to Disneyland, and they go back and forth, and it's a lot of fun. So you may be going, Lena, so what are you giving away for 500? So here's what I'm going to be giving away. I'm going to be giving away two different things. Foolish Me Makeup, welcome in. Jessica Riley, welcome in. I will be giving away two things. The first one is a $25 Cracker Barrel gift card. Because, I like to eat. I figure y'all like to eat. So, Cracker Barrel gift card. So, and there will be a second giveaway. Phantasmic Chronicles, welcome in. The second giveaway will be a Funko Pop. I am not a big collector of Funko Pops, but I've heard they're popular. And I saw these at GameStop, and I thought they were adorable. And the winner will get to take their choice of one of the two, and the other one I will use for a giveaway later on. There is either a Mickey Mouse dressed up as Santa, and he's got a little bell in his hand that he's ringing the bell. I thought that was so cute. So there's a Mickey Mouse Santa. And then Keystone 76, welcome in. Winnie the Pooh dressed as Santa. Sorry, there's like glare. And look, he's got a little Christmas Santa bag full of honey pots. I think he's so cute. So there will be two winners. One person will win the $25 Cracker Barrel gift card, and this other person will get their choice of one of the two Funko Pops. So you're probably going, okay, Lena, now we know what you're giving us. So how do we win? So here is how that works. Oh, awesome choices, Lena. Thank you. I thought so. I will tell you off the bat, I like coupons, and that's how I got those. So this is how you win. After the stream is over, and it's processed and it's up for watching after the live's over, you will comment on the stream. You'll comment something about kind of whatever, whether you like Winnie the Pooh, or I know several people have said earlier when I showed them on Craft and Chat that they didn't like Winnie the Pooh, or, you don't have a Cracker Barrel where you live, or just something in the chat. Just comment on the chat for me. Make sure that you've liked it. Make sure that you comment. after the stream is up, after the live. And then next Sunday on what is next Sunday? On the 23rd, I will choose a winner during next week's live stream. So that is what is going on. You can either win a $25 gift card, or if I can pick them up again, one of the 2 Funko Pops. I will ship internationally. If there's someone international that ends up winning, I will go ahead and pay that shipping cost. I know some channels don't, but I want to do so. Yes, and Mike Lewis says, is it for international? Yes, international can win as well, because if I said no, then people like the Fabulous Cargo could not win, and that's not fair to them. So yes, I will ship international. So I'm super excited to be able to offer these items as giveaways. I think they're a little bit better than my 100 subscriber giveaway, though that was pretty good for a giveaway too. Stevie Lee says, how to win. Comment on this video, like the video, and as an added bonus, be subscribed. Exactly. Being subscribed to this channel gets you all kinds of fun things. T. Marie Photography, welcome in. If you don't know Miss T. Marie, she hangs out with us on Craft and Chats on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. It's either on my channel, PSV, or on Myers and the Mouse. So make sure that you are subscribed to that channel as well. So going on, I figured I would tell you a little bit about what is coming up for me personally on the channel the rest of this year. In exactly 59 days, I'm headed back to Orlando. It will be getting ready for the Star Wars 5K. And those of you who are new to the channel may not know, early in December, my brother passed away tragically in a house fire. Ironically, that same day, actually, I found out kind of at the same time I was doing this. I registered for the Star Wars 5K, and I am running on the dark side. As you can probably know, I was devastated that night to learn that was my bubby. He helped raise me. You may, if you are friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw this. This was actually one of my brother's dragons. We have all decided that this girl is supposed to be me, and being protected by her dragon, because my bubby always protected me. So he actually sits right here on my crafting desk, right by my computer. But I was like, wow, that's just insane. And that it happened on the same day. So I am running in his memory, but I am also fundraising for Give Kids the World. And if you don't know what Give Kids the World is, I will give you a little bit of background. Give Kids the World is in Orlando. It's its own entity, but it is where Wish Trip kids, whether it's Make-A-Wish, whether it's the other organizations, they send the kids that want to go to like Universal or SeaWorld or Disney, and it's an all expense paid trip. And it takes about $6,000 to grant one wish. But they can go to any of the theme parks, and it doesn't cost them anything once it's there. It doesn't cost them for this trip, but it's $6,000 per kid. And it's very, very important to me. It's very important to my heart that we support this, not only because I think it's super important, but because my husband, Sam, is a cancer survivor, and he was treated in the pediatrics ward. And so I am fundraising, and I don't have very much longer to fundraise, but I need to raise $100 for Give Kids the World, and I will be putting the link to that in in the chat. Anything that you are willing to donate, whether it's $1, whether it's $5, I would appreciate any donations going towards my $100 that I need to raise, because I am sure that you all in the chat have other things that you support, things like Girl Scouts, whether it's 4-H or things. I 100% get it, but if you feel led to help, I would greatly appreciate it. Here in a few minutes, I'll stick that link in the chat. So I will be doing that on April 17th, the 5K. I fly in on the 15th, and I'm staying with a good friend. Spencer Moore, welcome in. Thank you so much. And I'll be there for a little over a week, so I'll get to do Flower and Garden for the first time. I'm so excited about going to Flower and Garden. Yes, I will make sure to have my inhalers with me because of allergies. But I'm super excited to be able to do that. And then in June, I will be back in Orlando. Welcome in Amy from AJC Magic TV. I'll be back in June, not so much for a fun trip, but I mean, it'll be fun. But I will be doing training because I was hired as a travel agent right before we left on our trip in December. And I've been doing training, online trainings and things, but they're doing a on-site training in June. So I will be doing that, and I'll be there until the 15th of June. So that will be incredibly fun. I have some tentative plans in September, October timeframe. Be down in Orlando. I think we're going to be going to Branson, potentially in there somewhere. I'm not 100% on what's going on in the fall. Every time I tend to make a plan, it changes. If I make another plan, it ends up changing. So I'm not doing anything in September, October, because it just isn't working. But in December, Sam and I are doing our, Chris, we decided to stop giving each other a lot of gifts. We decided that more we want to be able to do things together. So we are going to go on our first cruise. We are going to be on the Disney Wonder, sailing out of Galveston on December 15th. But before that, we're going to spend a few days in Galveston. We're going to enjoy the beach in December. That's going to be cold. So if you see pictures of me being wet and cold, it's because Sam has decided to throw me into the ocean. Or I think it's not specifically the ocean, it's like the Gulf of Mexico, I think. And so that kind of rounds out what's going on for me trip-wise, at least down to Florida or, vacation-y type trips. I do have a few trips planned to go visit Phantasmic Chronicles. I think I heard about June. Yeah. So yes, Phantasmic Chronicles. Tony with Phantasmic Chronicles also works for is an independent travel agent for the same travel agency that I am, and he's going to be down there as well. Orlando Guy says hashtag PTV Invasion. I love invasions. Cargo 619, Pam's fam. So many people in here. I love it. So 14 people in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Only passengers, welcome in. Mike Lee says PTV Invasion coming. Invasion. I've had some candy today, so excuse my craziness. In July, over the 4th, I'm going to go stay with one of my friends. I just got back from a trip up to Kansas City, staying with one of my crafting buddies. To be 100% respectful of her, she has asked not to be mentioned in my stream. Pepper Tree Villa says PTV Invasion. Hello. But I'm planning on staying 2 weeks up there with her to do lots of crafting. Hopefully by then she'll have some things worked out with what she is doing, why we have to keep everything kind of under wraps. But hopefully she'll be able to kind of hang out on a stream with me in July is what we're hoping. If I've missed anyone in the chat, I am so sorry. Hello and welcome in so much. As a recap for everyone coming in for the PTV Invasion, I am doing two gifts for my giveaway, 2 separate ones. All you have to do is once the live stream is over and it has uploaded and processed, come back and comment on the video, leave a comment, leave a note, leave something nice. If you say something mean, I'll probably cry. But the 2 things I'm giving away, the first thing is a $25 Cracker Barrel gift card. And the second thing is the winner will get to choose between either a Mickey Mouse Santa Funko Pop or a Winnie the Pooh Santa Funko Pop, and I will ship internationally. So that is what I'm doing for my 500 subscriber giveaway, and instructions will also be in the description afterward. Well, Deborah, Catch It by Faith, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. So, and I think other than in July, maybe in October, I'll be back up to Kansas City to stay a little bit of time up with her again. Derek, the Nitwit Strong, welcome in. You just got back home from Disney World. Awesome. Where did you stay? Did you have fun? We want to know, some things. We want to know all the things. Myers and the Mouse, hello, welcome in. If I Spencer Moore says game on. Spencer Moore wants that Cracker Barrel gift card. All right. Cargo says, yay, Lena, thank you for saying that, because I usually don't get to enter giveaways because I'm not in America. So I appreciate that. Cargo, I don't think that's fair that you don't get to enter. You're such a huge part of the Disney community, and you 100% should be able to get to participate. You didn't go. You were house sitting. Your friends went. Did they at least bring you back a T-shirt that says, "My friends went to Disney World and all I got was this T-shirt"? So, lots of trips coming up for me this year. I'm very, very incredibly blessed because I'm no longer working full time. I'm no longer drawing a biweekly paycheck. I work for a travel agency, which means I work by commission. If one of you, say Cargo, decides to book her next vacation through me, then when she gets back from her trip, I will get some sort of payment from Disney. So it's not a consistent thing. So my Sam very lovingly is treating me to some of these trips. And some of the things, like I will get to stay with friends at least once on one of the trips, so I don't have to pay for hotel. All I have to do is pay for flight and for food. The trip in April for the 5K, I didn't even have to pay for airfare down there. If you watch my first video from leaving for Disney World in December, you'll know that our plane was delayed because it was broken. The wind flap didn't want to flap, and so the plane was grounded. They had to fly in apart from Atlanta, and the time that we left Wichita was the time we were supposed to be landing in Orlando. So I took to Instagram and Twitter and tagged Delta in the um, post, because they only gave me, they're like, well, all I can give you is about 2,500 Sky Miles. I'm like, oh, whoop-de-doo. So I'm like, well, at least Southwest, because I tagged Southwest as well. I'm like, hey, you never know, Southwest may give me something, feel bad for me. At least Southwest gives their, because of a delay, mechanical delay, they give them a $200 voucher per person. So Delta was happy to give me a $200 voucher, and I was able to actually stay under that for a one-way ticket out to Orlando. So that was very helpful in paying for that. So Mike said, no, he is not in here. He is playing Batman Arkham City, I think is the name of it. It's for the PS3. GameStop had one of their specials going, buy one game, get two free. So Cargo says, I had a similar situation in August in which we walked away with $400 in flight vouchers that I'm using for your next trip. If something goes wrong, if something happens like that, don't hesitate to reach out in a very polite manner, always very polite manner, to whoever is, whatever company has your flight or your hotel. Because 9 times out of 10 you'll be compensated for it. And no, Mike, I don't. I have scissors or I have axes. No, I don't. Sam is Sam is amazing. Sam is awesome. I love him to pieces. He's very, very good to me and very, very supportive. So that I'm very lucky. 17 people in the chat. I cannot believe this. So many people are here. You got Derek. You got patches for your jacket. Awesome. Apparently the Hagrid ride and the new Star Wars ride is worth going, just for those alone. The Star ride is so popular; it's by lottery only. Okay, Derek. That the way Disney is doing theirs, it's called a boarding pass, and they open at the same time the parks open, and you just have to jump in and get one. And I think it works really, really well. If you go back, I do have a video of where we rode that. We were with Diz Our Dream when we rode that. If somebody will, y'all got there nice to own everything. Then the travel extravagance. Yeah, that was just bad. It was bad. The travel thing. Yeah, we were there early. I just lost what I was talking about. If you're new to the channel, I lose my brain quite often. I have to get my daughter's room ready for she's moving home, so need to run now. Have a great stream. Love it. Oh, thanks, Pam. No problem. Family always comes first. And you have a great night. Thank you so much for everything you do as a mod. Pam was one of my first mods. She actually was my first mod, I think. Because she jumped right into my first stream, my first live stream. And she was my first mod. And I think Stacey Rogers was my second mod. And then I've gained mods as I go. Stevie Lee is my most recent mod. So this is our dream, you are saying. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you, Cargo. Thank you for having my brain. We wrote it with This Is Our Dream. It was so much fun. The funny part, and I'll kind of paraphrase the beginning of that video. We were supposed to meet there at X time. And we got there and Jake, welcome in. We were about run over getting off the bus. I kid you not. I really wish they had said, no running getting off the bus, because I about was shoved off the bus. And that is no kidding. And people were literally running past us to get up to security and through. And we got in and they're like, we got up to near the gates and they're like, and we will be opening the gates in about 5 minutes. So I'm texting Angela from Does Our Dream, like, where are you? Like, thinking, okay, they're like up, they're up closer to the gates. Oh no, they're still waiting on a bus because their bus was delayed. And I'm like, okay, well, they're opening up the gates. And she's like, okay, we'll be there, be there shortly. So that was about 5:40. And the park wasn't due originally to open until 8. But because there were so many people already there for Rise of the Resistance, Lewis Fuller, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And there's a message code. We will now be opening Rise of the Resistance at boarding passes at 6, and they weren't originally supposed to be till 7. So I'm texting with Angel, like, where are you? They're getting at 6 o'clock. They're going to be opening Rise of Resistance boarding passes, and she's just like, when in the world? We're still on the bus. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to be here, and they're not going to be here. And so it took me, like, we had to refresh it a little bit when they finally opened up the app, but we got it. I will say, here's a tip for getting a boarding pass: do not use Wi-Fi. Use your 4G for your phone, because otherwise it doesn't work well in the parks. We had boarding group 72, and they had boarding group 94, I think, is what it ended up being, because they finally got in. a little about 20 minutes afterwards. So we were just glad that they weren't on like a standby group. So we just and it was pouring rain. I think it rained more on that trip in December, January than when we had been there in like September, October, November time period when it's like supposed to be lots of rain. So it was just 100% insane. This is I think exactly what I told Sam while we were down there. If we had that much rain in Kansas with how cold it had been in Kansas, like because it had been in the teens to like negatives for wind chills overnight, we would have had a blizzard, people, a blizzard. We would have been snowed in our house with the amount of rain that was like in just 2 days. The video that went up just recently, so that would have been yesterday's video, and then so the rain can't get us again, and the one with Rise of the Resistance. So the two actual videos, not the mini ones with like the food reviews and like ride POVs. We would have been stuck in our house for a month with how much snow would have been on the ground. um, Amy says, reason why I grabbed the lift. Now it does not start until 8 a.m. park opening. Stitch says happy Stitch clock. Oh, it must be 6:26 where cargo is. They typically will, but if there is a lot of people and like they feel that it's for safety reasons, they will open the park early. You just can't count on it either way. It's very insane. So going back to where that all started, I felt I've kind of watched the coverage of the Hagrid's ride when it first opened, and not bashing Universal at all. I think they did what they felt was right, but there was so many people that got they just stood in line. They stood in line and then it broke down and they didn't get to ride. At least Disney and they just got nothing for their time. If you had a boarding pass from Disney for Rise of Resistance and you didn't get to ride, you were compensated. Whether I think you get a fast pass for the following day, and you get a 1-day park ticket to come back. So I mean, they're getting compensated, and I don't know if Universal is now doing anything for if Hagrid's goes down, because I know that when it first opened, it wasn't even opening with the park. It wasn't opening until like 11 or noon. It wasn't opening right away. So I don't know if Universal is offering compensation if it's down now. I think maybe to those who have Express Pass, because I do think it has Express Pass now. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the chat. But I'm pretty sure it has Express. So I don't know if maybe those with Express Pass get compensation for it. I don't know how Universal is working that, if anything at all. So a lot of people are like, well, I wonder if Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will have that. No, their fast passes are open right away for it. So, it's the difference between what they figure people are wanting. Me personally, I'm still horribly sad and devastated that they took away my Great Movie Ride. I think it was one of the last things that made studios what it is. Originally, I think they were going to be changing the name, but I don't know if they're still planning to do that or if they just kind of rebranded like the logo with adding some of the characters to it. I just don't know. Tiffy Bell says, that's why I hate riding rides when they are first new, always going down. Michael says, no, they are not. Okay, unless you were evacuated off of the ride. But the rain is now opening up at Park Open for the most part. Yeah, I've heard that you guys are getting more rain again. So you just never know. And, some people are very much, on board with what Hello Tiffy Bell just commented about not going, not worrying about a ride right away because of the factor breaking down. But Pandora still has like 3-hour waits, and it opened up what, back in 2017? Because I remember Sam and I having a discussion about it when we went for 2 weeks then for Thanksgiving. That we were just going to avoid Animal Kingdom because Pandora was so crazy still. So, that's, this is 3 years later almost that Pandora is still holding those 3-hour lines for Avatar Flight of Passage. So, who knows how long we'll see these crazy lines for Rise of the Resistance. I hope that Universal does just as well with the Hagrid's ride, because here's the thing: they only good can come from this, and for us as theme park goers, one, that means that the ride, that was meant to say, the ride is not opening up at park opening from us. Oh, okay, thank you, Mike. I know your voice to text has been giving you a little bit of problems today. So if Rise of Resistance is doing well, and Hagrid's is doing well, and Pandora is doing well, and we have Epic Universe coming in 2023 from Universal, and there's so many rumors about what is coming up with Epic Universe. We've heard everything. Melissa Long, welcome in. We've heard everything from a monsters area is coming. We know that the Nintendo Land is coming. That was confirmed on a shareholders call end of January, beginning of February. There's rumors that there will be a Middle Earth section from Lord of the Rings. If there is a Middle Earth section at Epic Universe, you cannot get me to leave. I will just say, give me a pillow, give me a blanket, because I'm staying. you could not get me out of there. Amy says today Rise of the Resistance was breaking down a lot. Well, that's too bad. I feel for those people. Is Epic Universe the Nintendo area? Yes, Tiffy Bell, that is where the Nintendo area will be going, is Epic Universe. So we keep hearing new rumors about what's all going into Epic Universe, and it's super exciting because that's good for us. Then we hear the rumor that anytime it's actually pretty funny. Anytime we hear rumors about Epic Universe and things that are coming there, it's not even a couple hours before we get another rumor. Is Disney opening a fifth gate? Is Disney opening a fifth theme park? Area instead of Walt Disney World. It's every time Epic Universe brings out something. So who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll hear Disney. We're doing that. We're doing that. And I think some of the speculation with all that comes from the fact that Disney is buying up more and more land away from the theme parks, because the way it's structured is that Disney must have X amount of land set aside for undeveloped, for national for resources, for like swampland and things. If they can buy that land up away from the parks, they now have this area in the parks. You can't see that I'm playing with my hands. If they buy the land up here, right up here, instead of having the land way back here and here's the parks, they can use this land for something dealing with the parks and have this land up here that is set aside for what they have to have for a preserve area. So hopefully we will maybe end up with another thing, another gate opening up. My guess, and this is purely speculation, I don't know anything, this is my personal guess. My guess is that Disney is going to wait until Epic Universe opens to see what all they put there. Who knows if, when Disney bought Fox, Disney acquired a lot of properties that are more, I don't want to use family friendly, because family friendly can mean so much. They're more focused on young adult and adult. There we go. Fox is more geared toward young adult and adult viewership. Universal already has some of those contracts from Fox already. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if they are finagling, say, well, if you want this, we want that, or you're going to pay us this if we do this. My guess, 100%, is Disney is waiting to Epic Universe is opening, or at least more of their lands are announced before they go, because they're probably going, okay, well, what do we do? What do we do? All right, guys, let's just take a step back, see what they're doing. All we know for certain 100% right now is Nintendo. And yes, Nintendo's going to make Epic Universe huge. There are going to be lines like there are for Hagrid's. There will be mad rushes like there are for Rise of Resistance. Hopefully, Universal will learn from Hagrid's experiences and see what Disney did with Rise of Resistance and incorporate it in for Nintendo World. Tiffy Bell says Disney World might be waiting until the Simpson contract expires with Universal so they can get a Marvel Land in Disney World. That's another thing that maybe, they're on the docket. But the Simpson Land is not that big compared to Marvel Land. And they have a character mule from Universal with Marvel. My guess is that Universal wants to hold on to that Marvel contract and they will pay whatever Disney wants for it. They 100% want to keep it. Amy says April is the next trip. Yep, yeah, it is, because I think you're hanging out with me a little bit in Desert Dream, and maybe sometime over the summer. Awesome. Go back and see what I've missed in the chat here real quick. I know that there's other streams going on, so I appreciate that you guys are here hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. If you are just getting, the thing is, the deal is Simpsons at Universal is through the creators and not Fox themselves. Okay, that's what I thought, Mike Wheeler. I thought there was something a little bit more than just being through Fox. And so that's right. It's through the creators, not Fox. So Disney, I don't believe Disney at any point here soon will have control over Simpsons. I believe it went to Disney Plus as opposed to being on mainstream Fox. And I believe that they are not creating any more seasons of The Simpsons. If I read and remember the information correctly. Sierra McGinnery, welcome in. I'm glad that you're here. Everyone, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell to get all the notifications for the channel. We do a lot of fun things on here. We have vacation videos, we have crafting videos. Every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. is Craft and Chat with Myers and the Mouse, Paper, Scissors, and Vacations on My and Friends. It bounces between my channel and Myers and the Mouse. Tomorrow, there will be a special President's Day edition of Craft and Chat. It will actually be on Mickey Sightings' channel. Mickey Sightings, Sean, Susie, and Becca. If one of the mods would please drop a link to both Myers and the Mouse and Mickey Sightings and This Is Our Dream, I would 100% appreciate it. We have lots of fun crafting and chatting and getting into all kinds of trouble on Craft and Chat. We have lots of fun there. We hope that you will come and join us and chat with us while we make fun things. Mama Mouse is working on Stevie Lee. You are not stepping on anyone's toes. You are doing fantastic. Stevie Lee is my newest mod. She was modded this morning during Craft and Chat, so I'm so glad to have her on my mod team. Next year in 2021, Sam and I, since 2014, on our way back from our very first trip to Walt Disney World, Sam and I started talking about the 50th anniversary of Disney World and the fact that we really wanted to be able to go. We don't know if that's actually going to happen now, and here's why. In the UK if you live in the UK, they are actually able to book 2 years out, as opposed to in the US where we have a shorter time frame to book. And I believe simply because it takes them it's like currency conversions and things like that. So people are already saying so the people in the UK since last year have been able to book for 2021 for the 50th anniversary, which is October 1st. They've said that it's almost triple per person for starting around the beginning of September of next year. And um that is an astronomical number to me. Um, a Disney vacation already is really high, and if you missed the live stream last Wednesday, it was talking about annual pass prices and price hikes and things with Myers and the Mouse and This Our Dream. And if one of the mods can grab that live stream from my channel and link to that in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. Just due to like I do have the very strong philosophy that you speak with your money. Your money, you as a consumer, if you don't like a product, you don't buy it again. If you don't like the price of something, you don't pay it. And so Sam and I have both said that we could do so much more with our money um, instead of going to the 50th. And I will tell you guys that devastated us because we had been looking forward to going to the 50th for so long. It's been one of those things where every other vacation has changed. I kid you not. We went into our first trip was in 2014. Our second trip that we booked right when we got back was in 2015. Unfortunately, we didn't go in 2016. Sam's job counts his vacation and sick pay as one lump package. And so he had a lot of medical visits to the VA hospital in 2016. So that used up pretty much any vacation that we could have taken. So we just did some small things, little staycations like to Oklahoma City, Kansas City. They're about 3-hour drives from us. In 2017, we did 2 weeks at Pop Century over Thanksgiving. And then in 28, and we had 2018 booked as a Disney trip. And in March of 2018 is when Disney announced that they were going to start charging for parking at the resorts. Sam and I decided to speak with our money that wasn't okay. And we spent a week at Universal. That was the last time we had our timeshare. We used that, we stayed at Westgate Lakes. Beautiful resort. If you are looking for somewhere off property that's kind of centrally located to Disney, SeaWorld, Universal, Westgate Lakes, beautiful property. And then in 2019, we did 2 weeks again at Disney. And I won't give exact numbers because I don't think that's necessary, but we figure it will at minimum double what we spent on our 2019-2020 trip for next year. And that is horribly sad because that means that so many people are not going to be able to experience the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. I know a lot of people are going, oh my gosh, 3 times the price. Yeah, no kidding. It's staggering. And so we've actually talked about doing a trip in November of next year. I'm waiting for Disney Cruise Line to release that far out next year. This year in November, there is a Panama Canal cruise that leaves from San Diego, and it's a 14-night cruise. And it goes from San Diego to Galveston. And Galveston, because we live in Kansas, Galveston is a 10 and a half hour drive just straight down the interstate for us. We could fly out to San Diego, go on the Panama Canal cruise, and come get a rental car in Galveston, drop it off in Wichita, and come home and pay less than we would have paid for going to the parks in 2021. And that's that's up there on the list because Sam is really into history, and there's a lot of they talk about a lot of history on the Panama Canal cruise. Cargo says, Lena, I couldn't hear you without your ears on. Everyone else had ears on. I was starting to get really sad that I didn't have any ears on, so I had to grab ears. Maybe I should grab ears for the last 15 minutes. Hold on. So since I'm talking about a cruise for next year, I figured I'd grab my cargo ears. These are my ears from Cargo. They have Sailor, Goofy, and Pluto, and Goofy, and a boat, and a little Mickey in the head center. And it's a pretty glittery bow. Cargo 619, she's fantastic at making ears. If you're looking for unique ears, make sure to um, um, check her out. If one of the mods would put Cargo's Instagram link in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it so that people can check out her awesome ears. Michael says, yeah, the Panama Canal cruise is a relocation cruise. It was a pretty cool, only bad thing, it is one way. Yeah, that was something I was like, oh man, but I mean, again, you're going from one place to another. Excuse me. There's one that goes out in February that goes out of Nolo. And Sam and I had kind of looked at that, but Nolo is a little bit more of a drive from where we're at. And let's be honest, if you're going to Nolo, you have to spend some time in Nolo. And since we're already taking a 14-day trip, we really don't have any extra time in there to really stay in Nolo prior or after a cruise. So going to Nolo will probably be a trip all on its own. And you never know if that may be. Jacqueline says, so will 2022 be crazy expensive too? Jacqueline, I'm going to guess that it will be, and prices will only go up. You have to realize that prices will still only go up. But 2022 will still be part of the 50th celebration. If seeing Disneyland's 50th is any indication, it will last through the full fiscal year. So it will start in October of 2021 and it'll go through September or even December of 2022. So my guess is that it will still be crazy expensive. And again, prices will only go up. It is only February and we've seen a price hike already on annual passes and tickets and the ticket changes. And it's not even the fiscal year yet. And there's always been a ticket up increase at fiscal year, which Kelly from Island Mouse discussed on Wednesday. So it's one of those things where you speak with your money. And I mentioned this in the stream on Wednesday that the lowest tier, I could do the lowest tier Legoland annual pass, the lowest tier SeaWorld pass, and the lowest tier Universal pass and still not hit what I paid for a 1-year annual pass to Disney. And, Mike Lewis says, wow, Stevie's getting faster than I am. It's just hard for me to find Instagram unless the profile's on me. Hey, not a problem, Mike Wheeler. Not a problem. I appreciate all my mods and everything that they do to help out in the chat. Jacqueline, maybe I should go February 2021 instead of 22. Hey, Jacqueline, message me on, here, I will put the link to my travel agency page in the chat. And if you would like, you are more than welcome to message me and we can work on getting you some sort of quote for February 2021. And I also know I need to put in the chat my link for Give Kids the World fundraising. Pasting and copying and pasting and doing all the things. There we go. 5 minutes chat. Sorry, my volume wasn't turned down because I was watching Resort TV 1 earlier. Okay, I just posted in the chat my Facebook page for my travel agency business. If you have not liked that yet and you would like to, make sure to do that. I post deals for not just Disney. I do Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Sandals, you name it, and I can book it for you. And then let me get into my email for that link for Give Kids the World. Oh, there it is. Welcome to the Give Kids the World running team. Woo! Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you in the chat. Okay. Michael Riley, welcome in. Okay, I'm putting stars in the chat. Okay. Yes or no, would you like me to try, keyword try here, guys, try to live stream the 5K during the Star Wars Rival Run? Michael Riley, yes, I am a travel agent. I am an independent contractor through Magical Enchanted Vacations, and my Facebook, I just posted it. It is Lena Hall with Magical Enchanted Vacations. Signing into my page. So yeah, okay. Stevie Lee says yes, please. Don't know why I just dismissed that because I didn't need it. And guys, I have 61 days left to fundraise this $100. So anything that you could, if you want to donate, it would be greatly appreciated. And I'm working on getting that link here now. Share, copy, YouTube, paste. Okay. And the second link I just posted is my personal fundraising link. Brenda, thank you so much for stopping in. The winners will be chosen next Sunday. So just as a reminder, after the chat is over, we've got about 10 minutes left of the live stream. It will process and upload. You will need to make sure that you've liked it and then comment on the video. And then next Sunday, I will choose 2 winners randomly during the stream on the winners. Jeff, welcome into the chat. Glad that you're here. Margot says, yes, Cargo, she's hyped on a bunch of sugar. And she's actually, Mike, when I get nervous, I actually sing about random things. Sometimes you should ask Sam about that in a stream. We were going up and down a whole bunch of really steep mountains, and I was singing about how steep the mountains were and how terrified I was that the truck was somehow going to start rolling down the hill. In theory, I know that that can't happen unless something really, really bad has happened to the vehicle. But nevertheless, I was singing about it. It's just me. I'm a little on the crazy side. Cargo says, next Sunday I'm taking my daughter to a hair appointment, so hopefully it's either before or after. Well, here's how it will work. I will draw people's names on the during the chat, and you will have until 48 hours, so till Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Central, to contact me on Instagram with your name and address, and then I will mail it out to you. So even if you're not able to be in the full chat next Sunday, you're not 100% like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to win anyway. You will have 48 hours to then contact me about your prize if and so yes, Stevie, I just posted the donation link, but I will post it again. There is my donation link again. I just posted it again. It should come up. There it is. Yep, there is my Give Kids the World support. I've had no donations yet. Of course, I will make up the excess to 100, but the more I get in donations, the more I don't have to. I can give more even if I make up some of that in donations, and I get a T-shirt and I get to go hang out. I think I have a tent that I go to at the race and stuff. So it's something I really want to be able to support them. I know $100, and like if you in the grand scheme of things, $100 towards 6,000 isn't a whole lot, but it's what I feel that I can fundraise really well. I also fundraise for Relay for Life because my husband's a cancer survivor. But we have some things coming down in the pipeline at some point next year where I won't be involved with Relay for Life here anymore. I'll be doing potentially it somewhere else. No, we're not moving to Orlando. We're not moving to Orlando. But I want to be able to do a more fundraising next year for Give Kids the World. So yes, just as I posted it. Yeah, I was a little lagging on my. I think there's a lot of people on YouTube tonight, so I think we're lagging a little bit. All right, is there anyone in the chat? We still have 9 people with us. Thank you so much for still being here with me. Does anyone in the chat? Miss Southern Belle, welcome in. You came back in to say hello. Hello. This is a whole new stream. This is my Sunday Scrap Room Sundays chat. But we did craft for about 4 hours. Back had to start dinner. It is a great cause. Yes, Spencer Moore, it is a great cause. Give Kids the World. That is the direct website for Give Kids the World. If you want to see exactly things about Give Kids the World, it's a wonderful organization, very, very special to me, and I'm thrilled to be able to fundraise for them. Mike Wheeler says, well, I've got to go eat. I will talk to everyone later. Mike Wheeler, thank you so much for being an amazing supporter of this community. You enjoy your dinner, and I'm sure I'll see you in Resort TV 1 stream later. So does anyone have any questions specifically for me, either in regards to the giveaway, to the trips that I have coming up, Disney, or vacations in general, before we end the stream in about 4 minutes or so? Mike says, to answer any questions, no, it's not candy I'm eating, it's actual food. I'm glad, Mike Wheeler. I am glad. I'm probably going to see if there's any leftover pizza. If not, I'm going to make a turkey sandwich, because that sounds pretty darn good. Turkey and provolone. Any other questions that you'd like me to answer tonight? If you have any, even if you have questions that are more travel agency related, I'm trying to decide if I want every other Sunday, keep it a Scrap Room Sunday, and add in a travel agency Sunday, or just keep Scrap Room Sunday as it is and answer any travel questions that you have. Just trying to decide, what I want to do for kind of going forward and making the channel more what you guys are wanting to see. Cargo, you're going to make a lactose-free milkshake soon. Do you use lactate? Do you use coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk? What do you use for your milk base for your milkshake? Because that sounds pretty delicious, not going to lie. Stevie Lee is having cordon bleu. Very fancy. Very, very fancy. All right, guys. So it seems like everyone's kind of just chilled out. So, okay. Spencer Moore says, can you do a video, Lena, about annual pass discount tips at restaurants and stores? Sure. I can put that on my list of things to do a video on. Would you rather that be a video or more of a Q&A, live stream? I'd be willing to do both, but I feel like a Q&A would be able to answer questions more in real time. See, this is just the box kind, so not that fancy. Carga says, I use lactose-free 2% milk and lactose-free vanilla ice cream and then throw cookies in it too. Yum. I made a Weight Watchers friendly shake, and it was 1/4 of a container of Hollow Top. And if you've never had Hollow Top, it is a protein-based ice cream. It's gluten-free, lactose-free. It's very, very good. It's high in protein. And you take a big knife and you cut it into half and cut it into half again, and you take 1/4 of this type of ice cream, because it's like a small Ben and Jerry's type, and you put a little bit of like a protein shake in with it, and it makes it into a protein milkshake. And I had vanilla, Hello Top, and pumpkin spice protein shake, and it tasted like a pumpkin spice milkshake, and it was phenomenal. A Q&A live stream. Okay, I will plan to do a Q&A live stream in March regarding annual pass. I will see if Does Our Dream would like to set in on that with me, because they have been an annual pass holder longer than I have, and there may be some questions that I am not 100% sure on, and so I will touch base with Does Our Dream and potentially and Myers and the Mouse and see if they would like to jump in on that with me, and I will definitely make sure you all know when that live stream will be. All right, so that is our hour. Just as a reminder, after this video has ended, it will process and upload. Make sure that you comment on the video. Make sure that it is liked. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Then comment on the video. And next Sunday, on the 23rd of February, during the live stream, we will draw for the winner. The winner will have 48 hours, so 5 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, February 25th, to message me on Instagram with their contact information. If I don't hear from the winners, then I will redraw on a special stream Wednesday night, the 26th. The two prizes up for options are a $25 Cracker Barrel gift card, or the winner can pick from one of two Christmas-themed Funko Pops, either Winnie the Pooh, or Mickey Mouse. So thank you so much for watching. If you are looking for another live stream to go pop in on, Resort TV 1, let's do an invasion over there. Tell them that PSV sent you, or Bob and Ashley are live as well. Tell them PSV sent you as well. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Loves, hugs, and kisses to everyone. I would not be at 500 without you all. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the theme parks. Bye!